And here it is. This better be the best chair because it cost very nearly $500, taxes included. So let's cut it up like Little Red Riding Hood. Oh, sorry, that's R-rated. Well, anyhow, and you know, they just cut up the big bad wolf, something like this. Grandma was inside, it was an emergency. And there's no grandma inside here. There's this. And that's everything that's inside the box. According to the manufacturer, this makes a chair. Obviously, small bolts, one wrench, and instructions. The instructions seem simple enough. It's just 6 steps starting here. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Done. This is adjustments. So assembly is just 6 steps. It's 5:31. Let's see how long it takes to put everything together. We really have high hopes. Actually, really have high hopes for this part here with all of these levers on it. Hopefully the chair will be adjustable enough in height, and fore and aft for the adjustable backrest. That mechanism here, and yeah, we'll see how it all goes together. I want to point out this component is a substantial part. It's an aluminum casting, it's thick, it's deep, it's one piece with no flexure to it. It's not gonna bend under or deform or bounce under the load. These casters go into those holes, obviously, and to put them in you need to compress this ring that makes it friction fit. If the casting is done carefully and well, this should be an easy pop. Oh yeah, that's easy enough with just 2 thumbs less. Okay, let's see if it's repeatable. That might have been just a one-off. Let's see if it's indeed this easy. Yeah, that's in. Nice, we're on a roll here. The hole sizing and the casting is working really well. Next item is this gas strut. It says lift, sure. It's friction fit into that hole. This one is slightly tapered and narrowing, whatever. But I want to point out that this is what's written on it. I know it's kind of backward spinning, but this is a KGS brand gas strut and does not need any tools. This is done. So the next step here says we're gonna have to connect this flat piece of metal with that hole, and this flat piece of metal should be oriented this way, not that way. It's not really obvious. There are 2 holes in this. Both of them have a thread cut into it. So, and this is outward, facing away from the mesh. This slides in and out, and this needs to slide in here. And the 8 by 10 millimeter bolt, there's only one of them. So you can see there's 6 of those, 2 of these, one huge, and this is the 8 by 10. The 8 by 10 bolt should line up and connect right here. The bolt has this blue threadlock compound on it, very thoughtful. All of them have some on it, nice, so it doesn't just shake loose. And there, it doesn't need to be over tight, and that's why they included this size of wrench. It doesn't need a gorilla grip, so when it's bolted together properly, that's how it looks like. And the end of the bolt is gonna be sticking just a little bit past the surface here. Perfect. Obviously, don't cross-thread it. The next step here is this really heavy metal mechanism. Gets bolted on the back seat. with these 6 bolts. Let's look at the components here. Obviously there are 6 holes. Yeah, there's 4 of them, 5, 6. And this component just needs to be flipped upside down and oriented properly. Obviously this is the backrest side of the seat, so this part is gonna be the backrest side and upside down. So that's how it's gonna go. This component is not marked with anything that this is the backrest. It's gonna be kind of obvious there. And that's the front of the seat upside down, and this is how the holes line up. Yes, 1, 2, 3 on this side. There's the third one. That's gonna be a little fiddly. Same, this side is easier because the levers are not in the way. Using this wrench right next to a solid object would only allow you to do half a turn, and I really don't have all day to do this, so I've got the same size of wrench on a socket, on an extension handle, so I can spin it. The plastic here flexes in, so it's really easy to get the screws going there. This way it doesn't take forever. Now, once you put a wrench at the end of this extension, such as this, it's really easy to over tighten the bolt and rip it right out of the chair. Completely unnecessary. Again, this is why they put in the small wrench, so it gets tightened sensibly once it's down to the depth that it's ready to be tightened. I'm gonna put away this, and I'm gonna tighten it with this final tightening. Now here is something about this last bolt that's directly underneath this lever assembly. You see this lever here, spring loaded. Pull it out, and then the whole assembly slides fore and aft. Yes, so very simply just lock it into another position. You can see how the end of this spring plunger here goes through the side of this chair mechanism here. So just move it out of the way conveniently so you can get to this bolt here, and you can tighten it properly and place it properly. Same for these other 2 here. Just move the whole mechanism wherever it's not in the way, and then you can get to both and tighten both and place both. So I finished placing them, and I'm gonna tighten them with this included wrench there. So that's what they mean by pulling out the seat slider level and moving the mechanism fore and aft. Next, armrests. The armrest brackets are pre-attached, yes, and then we have these knobs with washers. One spring washer or locking washer, this one, and one flat washer, and these get threaded in to the armrest here. Sounds straightforward. Let's do this. This elongated slot for the armrest knobs bolt means that the armrest can be moved outboard and inboard about 1 inch on each side. They go together like this, and there. Put the bolt through. Now, these armrests are not marked left or right, so use a little bit of your common sense. Say you want these knobs facing forward. The chair is upside down. This is the front of the seat. This is where the backrest is gonna go. Yes, and you want these push buttons here facing forward. In the next step, they want you to put the backrest to the seat, attach it upside down, and then the whole weight of everything, you have to lift and put it on the strut, I say no. So I'm gonna change the procedure here, and I'm gonna put the seat on this strut. Obviously the strut goes through there, and it's just gonna be spinning freely, and there it is. Just need to sit on it, and it's gonna self-tighten the strut, the seat post, and the seat mechanism. I actually didn't put the seat on the strut. I had the seat upside down. I turned the leg and the strut upside down and pushed it into the seat because it's easier to see what I was doing, and it's lighter to lift the legs than to lift this seat mechanism plus seat plus armrest assembly. So now I don't have to work upside down to put the backrest into the seat mechanism. Really straightforward, and it's shown here. The two of them just slide together and one bolt goes through. That's where the threaded and welded to the other side, welded nut is. So, and the bolt obviously has to go through here. This whole backrest assembly just lines itself up. It's obviously a little wobbly, but the metal here is made in a way that it's holding the backrest already as is. So I'm holding it at the depth it should be. So it's fairly straightforward to get this right. This is tightening steel bolt through steel into steel, and this is a torque wrench, so I'm gonna give it 5 Newton meters of torque. I'm not gonna explain how to use a torque wrench or what it is, but we'll just go with it. It's been tightened professionally. When you inspect the bolted connection, you can see that the bolt protrudes through the thickness of the welded nut, and it had blue thread lock on it. It is secure. Should it ever come loose, it's really easy to tighten it. Even if it does come loose, the occupant on the seat is not gonna fall or injure themselves. This is gonna stay in place in this channel. Very safe. It also says that these two nuts might come loose. Periodically tighten the nut with an appropriate wrench. And finally it says put this plastic cover plate on with the 2 tiny screws, Phillips screwdriver, as it says on the front page. So I got myself the ugliest, rustiest Phillips screwdriver I could find. And the tiny screws go here and here into plastic. Metal screw into plastic. Think it through. How much force does it need to be applied on it? Little. Sensible. Something like that is the correct answer. This snaps in place like so you don't have to hold it. Screw away. And there, everything's been tightened. We are ready for a test fit. Assembly time. Let's call it 50 minutes, including shooting video. So let's look at some of these levers here, what they do for adjusting the chair. Some of them are really easy to show you this way. I have already used this one, spring loaded, and has 4 positions to move the seat forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's furthest out, furthest in. So the chair has about 2 inches of travel between the 2 endpoints. Next one, this lever is, I compressed the gas in the strut, so this will just raise the chair or lower it if somebody's sitting on it. The next lever here, these two are lock levers. They will lock the back angle. It says back, so if I tilt the back on the chair like so, it tilts, say, forward 10 degrees. That would be perpendicular, yeah, and that's about 25 degrees back, so it locks it in position wherever you like it. So it's a lock lever. So right now it's perpendicular to horizontal, and can be whatever, forward 10 degrees. And this one here is looking the seat angle. I'm gonna try to compress the seat only this way. So I'm not lowering, I'm not compressing the gas in the strut. I'm tilting the seat back to get the seat, say, level. I'm sure it can be a little bit forward 10 degrees and sloping back 10 degrees, probably about that. I need to apply more force, or somebody needs to be sitting on it to see its full range. So that's what this one does. Next one, this is a tilt angle that needs weight on the chair to be showing you what it does. This knob on the bottom is tensioning the spring that's being compressed when the seat is tilted back, not when the seat is pushed down. So for tilt, this is a pre-tensioning of the seat tilt. So this is gonna be less force needed, so the seat tilts back more. And again, it needs a person's weight on it to really see how much it tilts back. Adjustments to the back are fairly straightforward. This is its lowest position. You need to pull it up and it's gonna click there. Or second height, third. Oh, that was about 3 more. So that's from any height. It doesn't drop down until you push it all the way up. Then it goes back all the way down. So that's how that works. Lastly, this lumbar support here is just friction fit here, just ratcheting. It does not move forward, it just goes up and down. About an inch of travel on this, and just have to reach in there with 2 hands. Yeah, push it up like so. That's all there is to it. And ta-da!
This looks exactly like the other one. I do not have a lot of hope.
Exactly. I beg to differ.
Oh no!
Oh no, what? Come on in.
Oh, it's tilting everywhere.
Tilting everywhere. All right. Let me just show you what's going on here. Undercover sister. All right. No. That would be too easy. So press the button. Yeah, pick a height that you like. You like it there?
Yeah.
All right. Also, there are knobs underneath this one and that one, so they can go in and they can go out. Same on the other side. Where do you want them? All the way in? Mm-hmm. All the way in. Oops, other way around. So that's all the way in on this side. Test subject number 1 here. And this one is all the way in. All right. Okay. Yes, it's tilting everywhere and it can get worse. So I'm gonna unlock everything on it.
Why? What's the point of it being down here? Number 1. Number 2, shouldn't I be able to rest at a 90-degree angle? What's this? This is my 90-degree.
Yeah, your torso is too long. Tragic. All right, next adjustment.
Well, who's over here?
I don't know.
Who's over here?
The garden gnomes. I don't know. And let's adjust the height of the seat so your feet are solidly on the ground. How about that?
Perfect.
That passes inspection there.
Yes.
All right, knees 90 degree there. Nice. The next thing to do is move the seat fore and aft. I'm gonna pull this one and move forward with the seat. Yeah, that's it. That's full forward. And push yourself back. Okay, so you want something in the middle?
Yeah, about there.
Thereabouts.
Let's try.
Okay, that looks like 2 notches forward, something like that. You got 4 notches on that thing.
Maybe a little more forward?
Maybe a little more forward.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Not sure. All right, stand up. Move the chair forward. The seat forward. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, we can play with that later. Right now the seat is tilting forward. You want it horizontal?
Yes.
Lock it with this lever. Push it down. Is it locked in place?
I guess so.
Finally. Okay. In this horizontal seat position, why are your heels not touching the ground? No.
I'm not
That's
sure.
it.
Before we did this,
Yeah.
it was good. Now it's good.
Okay. It was good before, but the seat was tilted forward, so the front edge was closer to the ground. Now it's tilted, set horizontal, and that means that this one is higher up from the floor. That means your heels are barely touching the ground. This you need to put your blue flip-flops on or something. Okay, let's set the back angle. Push it to a position where you like it.
Right here.
And then I'm gonna lock it with this lever.
Yeah.
Done.
Like firm.
All right. Next item is this lumbar support. Its curvature doesn't adjust, but it adjusts in height. So I can push down on it.
No, it was
There.
good before.
That was good before. This is as high as it goes. How is it there?
Maybe a little down.
How about there? The next thing to do right after the back angle is set, we can lift the back. So grab the lower edge here with both hands. One here, the other one on the other side. Pull up on the backrest.
Ooh.
Yes. How is that? You can pull up.
Oh, I
even
need to go a
higher.
bit down.
Okay, pull it all the way up. Then it drops down. And then you can set the height. How about there?
Is this a little higher?
It's a little higher than where
And
we
the
started.
lumbar support can go
And
down
the
a little.
lumbar goes down. Pull your hands out.
I'm just wondering where it is. Oh, wow. That's good.
How's that?
Very good.
All right. So happy with the lumbar support there?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Your thighs horizontal with the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Your feet are still on the ground. Almost.
Yeah.
That's as low as it goes. All right. How about that armrest? You liking the height of the armrest?
If I'm relaxed, then I guess it's 90 degrees elbows. But I kind of need to be
Yeah.
in a forward position typing.
There.
So this is still okay.
The backrest tilts forward about this 10 degrees that you're setting. That's it.
Yeah, it's interesting. This is a good chair.
Now, do you want to lean back at all? With the spring, it's possible. If we unlock it, now it tilts forward. To get out of the chair, easier, yeah, that's what it's for.
It's an ejection.
It's ejection seat, yes, like a pilot, almost. And then you can,
What did you do? This one?
yeah, that one, that's it. Just to get up easier from the chair, I don't know, people...
And I guess you can just set it at a little angle
Exactly,
down.
whatever angle you like. It could be a little bit forward, could be horizontal, it could be past horizontal. You can make it a recliner if you want to.
The only thing I have a complaint about is this is a little low.
This
And
is a
this should
little-
be able to go back and forward.
Yeah, it doesn't do that.
That's the only complaint. Everything else is quite good. Especially I like lifting the chair up and down like that.
I see. All right. So, can I throw away the cardboard boxes finally? Are we keeping this?
Yes.
All right, I'll try it for a few days and see how this works. Happy?
Yes, thank you.
And basically that should be the end of my video for assembly and fit. Unfortunately, we're not done because there's a situation that's best seen hereabouts. You see the level of difference between the left side and the right side, between the two armrests? Yeah, this one is nowhere near level, not even close. Yeah, this is where it would be level, about 3/4 of an inch up on one side, something like that, maybe half an inch. So it's not level. That means that one side, say, is just above the top of the desk and the other one is hitting the desk. So what's at fault here? Well, what's wrong is, well, it's not the armrest. The armrest is innocent. Further down, what's going on here in metal fabricating. After describing this metal fabrication disaster to Uline, they sent me another box of the same make and model. Again, this component here is flawless and works brilliantly. The backrest works brilliantly. The problem is with the seat and the location of these two brackets not being symmetrical, and the armrest itself, the two of them being fabricated dissimilarly. I'm gonna open the box to see if the new parts are any different. Alright, I've just removed the backrest. There's nothing wrong with the backrest. So on the underside of the seat, this is how this side is put together. So far so good. Let's see the opposite side. Yeah, it's halfway covering that hole and halfway covering that hole there. That's not gonna be resulting in an even armrest spacing. There's no point removing anything else from the package. It's going back to Uline. I've removed the new armrest. When I line up the mold line in the polyurethane foam, we've got the same mismatched ends that don't line up and aren't symmetrical, same as the old ones. Yeah, definitely going back to Uline.